Pokemon Colosseum and XD gave us something that we didn't have before. Exclusive moves. This Lunatone, it's got one of them. And let's see how Marcelo reacts to this lead. The Audino you should recognize from previous Pokemon synergies of mine. He leads with the Crobat Silvally. If that Crobat was a taunt prevent setter, that could have been a really big issue. And this appears to be the ground type Silvally because it activated Levitate, and I get in my first double team. Audino follows up with the Trick Room. This Audino, you've seen it before. It's pretty easy to know what happens if you know me. Simple Beam. Love that move. It takes that up, speed it up by 2. It's that fast. Cosmic Power. I now raise both my defenses by 2. This is going to be really helpful. So Valley switches to the Grass Pledge. That one evasion boost really coming through, and then a Venoshock onto the Audino. I decided to Shadow Ball in return. I figured that Crobat was the one more likely to have a Focus Sash, especially since Silvally needs to hold in memory. I get in another double team, which now has the effectiveness of a Minimize with none of the drawbacks. 50% chance, and he stole my Citrus Berry. Toxic is ticking down, but I have a Pinch Berry, the Figgy Berry. Audino is good for another turn, maybe 2. Audino uses the Heal Pulse. I wanted to make sure I was at full HP. I go for another double team. I'm now at +5 evasion. Silvally uses the multi-attack. Gets that really lucky hit. Venoshock again onto the Audino. It's definitely going down this turn. It's a special Crobat. I hadn't really seen it coming at the time. And in comes a Ringaroo. Ringaroo, this is the same one from... Well, I've used many different Ringaroo, but this is the Psych Up, Stored Power, Instruct, Trick Room variant. Another Cosmic Power to raise my defenses. I am super evasive. Crobat gets lucky again with the Poison Fang, and with getting the Toxic off from the Fang. Trick Room ends. The opponent is now faster. Goes for another Venoshock. Another lucky hit there. Grass Pledge keeps missing. Does he realize I no longer have Levitates? Maybe not. Lunatone's defense still going up. Trick Room is reset. And I believe it is time for me to go on to the offense. I have Trick Room, I have a lot of stats. Just Psych Up one more time to be safe. And Lunatone uses the Future Sight. I kind of wanted to see what would happen with with Instruct into Future Sight. But I didn't really get a chance to test it. Venoshock is doing nothing. Toxic, it's ticking down. I go for a Stored Power onto the Silvally. I was kind of expecting a switch from the Crobat since it is super effective weak to the Future Sight. I Baton Pass out into Incineroar. This is an Incineroar that knows Power Trip, hence part of the title, Trip to the Moon. Crobat loses attack, doesn't matter. Silvally loses attack, that could be important. Ringaroo, it's not getting much. But thanks to Power Trip, Incineroar has, let's see here, assuming I manage to get to full 6 evasion, 6 defense, 6 special defense. That's 18. 18 times 20 is 360 base power on a stab move. There's no way that the Crobat could survive that. I Instruct into another Power Trip. I realized that during this battle, I was speed tying here. I would actually want a Ringaroo to be exactly 1 point faster than the Incineroar. In comes the opponent's Incineroar. I was fully expecting to Intimidate. Noivern comes in. I wasn't sure how it would synergize, but no Intimidate. He's running classic Incineroar. I Instruct. I Power Trip. It's aimed onto the Noivern. And then it goes down in one shot. Next up, here's the Incineroar, the opposing one. Power Trip, barely survives. Cross Chop, Incineroar avoids. One bad thing about this, I believe I gave Incineroar the weakness policy, but with that all that evasion, it doesn't activate as often. Lunatone is switched back in. Cross Chop from the opponent hits my Incineroar this time, and there's the weakness policy. Now add on, let's see, 18, 19, 22 times 20 is 440 base power, doubled into 880 due to the +2 to attack, and I have the Drain Punch. I believe I also gave it Leech Life for fun. Super effective and healing. And Incineroar goes down, and I beat Marcelo. Next up is Javi. She brought the Togekiss. This could be a Scarf Flinch into Aurora Veil. That could be annoying if it's aimed at the Audino, because if Audino flinches, it takes an extra turn for me to set up, and if he flinch locks me, then I can't get my Simple Beam in at all. There's a Snow Warning, but Ninetales outsped. I was fully expecting Air Slash Togekiss to protect, but nope, it's a Tailwind Togekiss. I go for the Cosmic Power. Just to raise defenses, I was expecting Aurora Veil into Blizzard. I needed to get defenses up since evasion does not matter in Hail with Blizzard. Audino gets buffeted, Lunatone gets buffeted, Togekiss gets buffeted, Alola Ninetales is safe. Here's the Simple Beam. I get doubled defenses and lose my ground immunity. Doubled stat changes, I mean. Another Cosmic Power, I'm now at +3. Togekiss, it starts spamming that Air Slash. Ninetales goes for the Hypnosis. That's gonna be really, really annoying on setup. Audino gets buffeted, Lunatone buffeted, Togekiss buffeted. He's using Air Slash on that Togekiss, but he's using it under Trick Room. I Simple Beam that Togekiss. I want to get rid of that String Grace. If he locks me in on the Trick Room turn, or locks me and prevents me from resetting it, then I could lose, especially with that much damage coming through. Another Hypnosis, this time onto Audino. No healer coming through yet. I really would like that to happen. Lunatone's getting buffeted some more. Togekiss, it's taking some for the team. Togekiss, it wants that String Grace, switches out, in comes the Mimikyu. Simple Beam will not affect Decoy. That is a form-based ability. You cannot Trick Room and train. You cannot, not Trick Room, you can't Skill Swap or anything. And that is a Dream Eater from the Alola Ninetales. That's a really interesting set there. Raise defenses, put to sleep, heal off it. I would put a Blizzard in there to be safe. Lunatone wakes up for the double team. I saw no Blizzard. This is safe. If he tries to Hypnosis me again, 3/5 accuracy on a 3/5 move. That's 9/25. Not very much. Dazzling Gleam is the final move. Audino goes down from that. Shadow Claw onto the Lunatone. Really, really big hit. I have my Citrus Berry. I didn't want to risk a Pinch Berry before Trick Room is set up. Citrus Berry is just to tide me over until I can get Heal Pulses in. Next up is Latias, as the female of the trio and more kind of associated with Moonlight. This also works for the theme Trip to the Moon. Latias, you've seen this in another set. It's Psych Up, and in comes Baton Pass. I got a little bit of evasion, a lot of defense, and here's the Pokemon that actually is trying to make the trip to the moon. Dazzling Gleam's not effective. Shadow Claw, it misses. I go for the Stored Power. Figured I'd break the Sash. Celesteela uses the Heavy Slam. If Ninetales has the Sash, It's gone. And then Beast Boost is kicking in. I raise my attack, which is what I want. Oh, speaking of attack, does anyone out there have a lonely stack attacka that whose defense IVs are less than half? I really want to take advantage of a Beast Boost attack for a future Pokemon synergy, but I only own Ultra Sun. I cannot hunt this for myself. Well, this combo continues. Latios, it breaks anything. Any sashes, any disguises, any subs, and then the Celesteela finishes them off for an attack boost. Maybe I should, if it wasn't for the theme of being a trip to the moon, might have subbed this in for Pheromosa. Sure, its defenses aren't that good, but evasion and a bit of defenses are helpful, and Pheromosa can be a special attacker who Latios can psych up to gain some additional damage. Ice Beam from the Latios, it breaks the Mimikyu's disguise. Heavy Slam, I'm now at +2. And due to Hail, Mimikyu, if it had a sash, it didn't matter. It goes down. Beast Boost again, I'm now at +3 attack. And finally, it's Togekiss' turn to go down and forfeit. Like I said before, I really like an offensive Beast Boost Stack Attacka. Have a good day.